Animals are known for their authenticity. They reveal their true nature without hesitation. Whether an animal dislikes or likes you, its actions speak for themselves. Once an animal's loyalty is earned, it remains steadfast for life. Conversely, humans don't consistently display the same level of transparency as animals. The story we'll explore today highlights the vast disparity between animals and humans. In this particular account, a wolf adamantly refused to abandon a deceased woman. The reason behind the wolf's behavior will leave you astounded. During her youth, Karina frequently ventured into the forest surrounding her ancestral home. She had inherited a vast tract of land, which included the family residence. Within this land was a highly coveted treasure, truffles. Her family had been cultivating truffles for generations, and as their popularity surged, so did the family business. Over the years, numerous individuals had approached Karina, inquiring about purchasing her land. Despite being offered considerable sums of money, Karina staunchly refused to sell. To her, the land was not just a property but a beloved home, and selling it would mean parting with a piece of her family's heritage, an act she deemed unconscionable. Even when her friend Anna, who was a neighbor and her family, begged her, she wouldn't give in. Luckily, Anna didn't bear a grudge and their friendship could remain intact. A good thing, since there weren't that many people around. One day, as Karina was walking along the land looking for truffles with her truffle hog, she saw something laying in the clearing. A wolf, and one that was injured badly. Karina wanted to help, but she wasn't going to take any chances with her animal, and quickly returned the pig to his stall. While there, she got her first aid kit and some medicine. She also got meat and water. Then, as quickly as she could, she ran back to where she saw the injured animal. It was going to be a big risk trying to help the wolf. But anyone that had ever known Karina would know that she would never ignore any animal in need. Just because this one happened to be a dangerous predator didn't mean that it was going to be any different. Karina was careful to make sure that the wolf saw her coming. She didn't want to surprise it and make it bite her out of fright, but the pitiful creature just to lay while she moved in closer. The wolf tried to lift its head, and even that seemed to be too much of an effort. It was a she-wolf, and she had no energy left. Sadly, she laid back down. It broke Karina's heart to see such a powerful animal looking so utterly defeated. Softly she spoke to her and showed her the food, but she sniffed at it and turned away. Karina had more luck with the water that she lapped up gratefully as Karina offered her some. Putting her hand gently on her leg, she tried to see the injury. At this, the wolf moved away slightly, but she didn't get aggressive. Karina cleaned the wound with some water and saw that it looked like the wolf had been shot. She hadn't heard anything though, so she figured the wolf had been shot somewhere else. But how had she reached Karina's land in her current condition? Had someone brought her knowing that she could cause serious injury years later, she would come to believe she knew who had done it. But at that moment, all her focus was on helping the animal. Karina spoke to her softly, "I'm going to call you Loba, and we are going to get you back to full health in no time, just trust me." Karina cleaned and tended to the wound as best she could, but it was getting dark and she was not going to leave an injured animal all alone in the woods. She rushed back home and got a cart. She sometimes used it, had big wheels and could move heavy objects over rough terrain. Just what she needed at that very moment, she took the cart next to Loba, who was still laying in the same spot. Gently, Karina turned her over, sliding her onto the cart. Moving such a big animal over the rough ground of the forest wasn't easy, but Karina was determined to get both of them to safety before nightfall. At home, she took the wolf into a small storage shed that was empty. She didn't quite trust a wolf inside the barn with a variety of other animals. She made her a soft bed with hay and gave Loba some more water. This time when she offered food, the wolf ate a small amount. It wasn't much, but it gave Karina hope that she might make it. For weeks she cared for the injured animal. She got an infection in the wound, but there was no vet close enough to come out. Karina treated her with the medicine she had on hand, and eventually the wolf made a turn for the better. She was more eager to eat and drink. She was more, and her tail even wagged when Karina came into the shed. She loved getting belly rubs and completely trusted Karina. For Karina, it was like having a very large dog that she was taking care of. But when Anna came to visit, her friend was very angry that she had put herself in such grave danger. The wolf didn't like Anna, and she was very scared of Loba in turn, but then again, Anna had never understood Karina's deep love for animals. With Loba healing well, it was soon time to release her back into the wild, but the wolf wouldn't go far. Each day she would just appear at Karina's door for a belly rub and some love, and then she would go back to her pack. At first, Karina was worried about what having a pack of wolves living on her land would mean for her other animals, but she didn't need to. It was as if Loba and her family understood that those animals were precious to Karina and decided to never hurt anything that she loved, and the animals and people she loved would expand very soon. A new young vet came to town. They had been looking for one for so long. Karina was overjoyed that there would be someone to call if there was a crisis with her animals. They had 2 doctors, but never a vet. The first time she asked John the vet to check on one of her animals, they spoke for such a long time that she had to invite him to dinner. Their deep love of animals connected them, but he got a big shock when she was walking him out to his vehicle. There on her porch lay a massive wolf just waiting for tummy rubs. He couldn't believe his eyes. Loba checked him out, but must have decided that he meant no harm, and she just put her head under Karina's hand to get attention. Karina and the vet quickly fell in love, and they got married the next year. The whole town came to see the girl that had grown up in front of them become a bride. Anna was her maid of honor, and Karina had the perfect day, as she expressed to her friend. She was so happy not only to have found love, but to be sure that the farm would never become too much, forcing her to sell. They would grow old there. Her special day was complete when she came home to a wolf waiting for scratches, and to give her approval to the new married couple, she even allowed John to touch her for the first time. It was magical. But they hadn't been married very long when John was called away on an urgent case. When he got home, he was met with a hysterical Anna and the younger doctor in town. They explained that Karina had suddenly gotten a fever and had died. The fever was very contagious, and they needed to bury her right away. John was destroyed. He wouldn't even get to kiss his love for the last time. Everyone in town came to the funeral, and the coffin was brought to the grave when suddenly Loba ran out and stopped them. She refused to move away from the coffin. John understood that this was a good friend wanting to say goodbye, and he told the people to put the coffin down and allow her to get close. But then she started scratching at the wood and would growl at anyone getting close until the lid flung open. The older doctor moved closer, frowned, and picked Karina up. When he looked under her, he called for the police right away. Karina had not perished. Instead, she had been administered an injection that induced a death-like state. Fortunately, her life was saved thanks to the intervention of Loba. Subsequently, the younger doctor involved in the scheme was arrested after confessing. Anna, who coveted Karina's property, had commissioned the doctor to stage Karina's death. However, they had not anticipated the unwavering loyalty of a remarkable animal, one that reciprocated the kindness shown to her in a truly extraordinary manner. I hope you liked this video. Please share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.